Big hugs, everyone, and welcome to Pass the Mic. I am here. I have the opportunity to be here with this amazing angel, Diane McCourtney. How are you, Diane?
I'm glad to be here. Hello, everybody. Thanks for this time.
Now, Diane, you get to pick the song of the week. So what is our song this week?
Well, it's I'll Get By With a Little Help from My Friends, because that's the theme song of what we're going to talk about today. So I'll follow you.
All right, I love it. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ear as I sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. Oh, try a little help from my friends. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Try a little help from my friends. Yeah, 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 yeah. Try a little help from my friends.
She's good. She's good.
That was sweet.
Well, I did sing out of key for you.
That's even better. If Joe Cocker can do it, doggone it, we can do it.
We can do it.
I had the beautiful pleasure of being introduced to Diane through another friend of mine. And she shared with me that Diane has created this community that helps friends. And I was like, that is awesome. So I want to know, what inspired you to come up with this concept?
Okay, it's a kind of an interesting story. I think a lot of people will identify with it.
Okay.
A friend of mine suddenly had a very weird accident, weather-related accident, so it was totally shocking. She ended up in the hospital with a lot of difficulties, and she called me and said, I need some help. And the blessing of being retired in my life right now is that I had time. I had a lot of time. So I did help her. And her sister helped her. She came and visited and helped. As time went on, I went, she needs more than 2 people.
Wow.
She needs 4 people, 5 people, 12 people. When we have an accident like that, and she couldn't use her left arm for a year.
Wow,
so,
an entire year.
Yeah. A lot of needs happened. Living alone, single.
Okay.
It's a big issue, and we hope nothing ever happens to any of us like that. But things happen. We know that happens. So I thought about the people that I know that are single, that live alone, that live close by. We're not next door neighbors, but close enough.
Okay.
And I just called everybody and said, I'm thinking of forming a little group called With a Little Help from My Friends, because we all
That's the name of the group? It's called
the name of the group.
Say it again.
Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah.
So it's
my theme song.
With a little help from my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So, everybody said yes. I'd love to get together and talk about that, because it's such a vulnerable thing.
Absolutely.
We know there are men also, mostly a lot of single women that didn't expect to be single. But
that is the truth.
So we have a group of 12 people. We have several men, and we're grateful to have the balance.
Absolutely, because sometimes I'm sure things are heavy that you may have to do, and it helps having that.
And you need men for grounding.
Exactly.
We get a little hysterical.
We all in this thing together.
So anyway, that's how it came to pass, that everybody said, yes, I have this need, and I have also this to give. If it happens to somebody else, then I will help. If it happens to me, I would love your help. So that's the agreement. And so it takes some organizing. We got together to share all the important information, like who's your next of kin, who do you call in case of an emergency?
You know, that's really important because when you're a single person, and sometimes with friends, even you don't share that information. I mean, you may have one friend that may know your family, but they don't necessarily know how to contact them if something happens.
Yeah.
And there you are.
There you are, and there I am trying to help somebody, and I don't know if you have to take somebody to the hospital and they are not able to speak, and you don't know their birthday.
It's something as simple as that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that. So.
And it happens.
It happens. It happens a lot. You know, even things like, well, partly for me, I knew that after helping my friend, I was going to need some help in a different way because I had foot surgery on both my feet and I had to be immobile for 6 weeks.
Together? You had it done together, huh?
I did, yeah.
You just went in there, got that thing done.
I just did around 6 weeks twice, so yeah.
One time.
Yeah. So, you know, for my own good, I thought, well, this is going to be very helpful to me because I will need grocery runs. I will need somebody to walk my dog. I will need some company, somebody to cook.
Yeah.
Somebody to... I had our mutual friend called me and she said, I'd like to come over and visit you and sweep your floor.
Oh.
Sweep your kitchen floor. And I'm like, I never thought to ask anybody that, but yes, please. And okay, women out there, you know, it's really hard to ask people for help.
It is sometimes.
And so we agreed. We agreed that we will ask. And it's still hard. But.
And you know, that's one of the most beautiful things is recognizing that asking. For some reason, we've put this negative connotation on asking for help. So you had a friend that came and swept your floor.
Yeah.
Isn't that
I loved
sweet?
It was so sweet. I was so touched. I mean, there's no way I could have swept my floor.
Exactly.
And it, you know, I just lived with it, but you don't have to do that. And it was her pleasure. You know, it's a pleasure to help people. And
it is.
And so here's something I need to say. People start thinking that they need to be a first responder and they need to know medical things and what this group is about is you are the first person to call the first responders.
Okay.
You are not the first responder. You don't have to know CPR. You don't have to stop bleeding.
So we're not...
You call the experts to do that.
Right.
And, you know, often it happens that somebody is not able to call 911.
Right. That does happen.
When you live alone.
Yeah.
You don't have anybody to just at least get on the phone for you. So, we've grown really close. It's interesting what happens, Gino. When you start giving information like it's your health insurance,
right?
Your secondary. Okay, now if I need to get into your house, where is your key?
Wow, yeah.
It's
very personal.
It's personal.
It's very personal.
Exactly right. And people get all freaked out. Like, I don't want to give you my social security number. Well, you better because, you know, I can help you if you do.
Right.
But it's just a habit. We just are trained that way.
Well, not only that, people get so freaked out thinking somebody wants to scam them, wants to get their credit card information, and that's understandable. There are people out there that do that, but when you pull people together to come and assist one another, to help one another. Mm-hmm. These are people that you trust.
Yeah, and if you didn't know them, you now know them.
Exactly.
You know, you get together and share this information, ask questions, talk about other things that it leads into. What it leads into is your advance directive, which says how you want to die. Ooh.
And I love and appreciate all of you. But this is a topic, especially, I call it making your transition, that really freaks people out. And we all have to do it. Mm-hmm. Nobody, I don't know anybody that gets out here.
Yeah,
we all have to do it. And so people do get really tense and they're afraid. And having something in place that can help situate things so that it's done with ease and grace for you, that you're not just hanging out somewhere waiting for somebody to claim you.
Exactly. And so what happens is people get freaked out, and then they start to relax because we're all talking about it.
Exactly.
All doing. We got, I meant to think about this earlier, but think about it now. So, but it does. If you create a group like this, just a little warning label, people will get emotional.
Yes.
And they'll get frightened.
Of course.
And as well as they will get the feeling of confidence, and they will learn to trust more. So both of those things are going to go on.
Exactly.
And that's how groups, that's a community building thing in itself. It's so intimate.
It is.
It's so intimate. And there are people that just can't do that. And so they leave. They drop out because it's not okay yet for them to trust at that level.
Yeah, they're just not ready yet.
Later, but you're not going to want to force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. But it's like we have to keep saying the same things over and over again, because we all are human. We all put it off. Oh, I meant to do that. I didn't do that. I didn't get my paper signed by my doctor. Here's a good one now. Where I live, we recently went through a terrible fire.
Right.
Terrible, terrible fire.
Yes.
Grace and glory, our little town did not get burned, but
the first responders did an amazing job.
Oh my gosh. It was quite miraculous. We evacuated for 6 days. So what we noticed happened is that I didn't know there was a fire. The friend who I helped in the beginning, she called me and said, "Do you know there's a fire and we need to leave?" I said, "I have no idea.
Wow.
It's 11 o'clock at night." So I helped her. She helped me.
Exactly.
So then I called somebody, and she called somebody, and that somebody called somebody else, and 6 of us ended up in a hotel together the earliest evacuation time that we could.
Okay.
The next day, there were no hotels at all.
Look at there.
So it just happened like little clockwork. Like did you call so and so? Did you call so and so? Is she there yet? Where is she now? Or where's he? And will they take dogs and all of this stuff? So my point is that the group that got together for this little idea we just showed up for each other without thinking about it. It just happened.
It just
happened because we had built that circle of trust.
Well, you have a plan in action. You really do. Of reaching out to one another. And for some people, when they're not ready, they may not be ready to join your group like that, but maybe it inspires them to reach out to their family and to start to get the ball rolling.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Or to reach out to someone else, but to start the ball to rolling so that it's not a nightmare of trying to find where are your medical papers? Where, do you want to be resuscitated? These are things that we must start talking about because it's just part of the journey, this beautiful journey called life.
Yeah, it's true, and we all need each other. We are pack animals. We need each other. And I live in a neighborhood, but I don't have that kind of relationship with my neighbors.
Yes.
But it's a small town I live in, and so we are close together. The people we do know for years.
Right.
After the fire, we all got together and patted each other on the back. That was great. And while we were evacuated, we had a forced vacation.
Yeah.
It was a very lovely town, but we were all holding our breath because we didn't know if we would have a home.
You're right. To come back to.
We didn't know for days. So anyway, we had that little party, and then next gathering we had, which is about every 2 or 3 months we get together because
so it's nice.
Because you can feel when it's time to talk about something again.
Okay.
So, so this is about being human. So, I recently bought myself a fire extinguisher.
Every home should have one.
I should have had a fire extinguisher months ago. Well, I had one. It was expired, and I just didn't get around to it.
Okay.
So I'm not holding myself on any other level than the rest of us. We're all human. You put it off. So I put the fire extinguisher in the middle of the room, and I said, "How many of you have one of these?" After we've been through a fire, like hardly anybody had one. If they did, it was 14 years old. You know?
That's not gonna put out any fire. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No. So that is getting by with a little help from your friends. Just a little. It's just a little help. Like I say, you don't have to do CPR. You just have to remind somebody to get the fire extinguisher.
Get the fire extinguisher. Doggone it.
And so there's a lot of fun that goes on along with the terror of ending.
Well, actually,
life
the
ending.
comfort. You know, I think there's great comfort that comes when you know that things are going to be okay, that somebody knows how to get into your things. They know where this is. They know your wishes. That's one of the main things. They know what you want. A lot of times, families have been apart for so long. You know, you may have a family member that comes in, but they have no idea what their family member wants.
Right.
So they do what they want to do.
Yeah, and they also just get really freaked out because they don't know what
They
to do.
don't know what to do.
And so they, it's really not a kindness to your family to not take care of those things. And so
It's not.
don't leave a mess. You know?
Don't be a scaredy cat.
And there's lots of information that I'm happy to share with people if they have questions. We're starting to get, this is like a pilot group. We are learning as we go how to make this work. But everyone you talk to and you tell them about it, they go, I want that. I want to do that.
Yeah.
And it takes a little doing, but do it together.
Yeah.
And just a lot of nice alliances have happened. And people that I knew, but I didn't know that well, and feel lots closer to them. And that makes community.
That does make community.
Yeah.
And what a beautiful gift to have a circle of friends, a little help from your friends that not an obligation, but a commitment that everyone has said yes to. There we go. Yeah. Everyone is participating in helping each other have the best quality of life while they're here.
While they're here.
And that's what it's all about. You know, community is about us creating things together, recognizing we all have different needs. Everybody needs something different. It's not that everybody has the same need, but we all have different needs and respecting those needs. So I think that's just really powerful, really, really powerful. I commend you.
Thank you.
I think it's a beautiful gift to the world and for others to recognize that you too can help create a little help from your friends in your community. In your community. Now, we have another special guest here that that's pretty relaxed right now.
She's pretty relaxed.
When I met Diane, I also met Lucy. And I'm going to see if I can get Lucy to come and say hi.
Okay.
Hello, Lucy.
Oh, Lucy. Yeah.
Hello.
Lucy.
Just the sweet little love muffin.
Okay.
Treats
Here she
will
comes.
always,
I don't have one, but she's going to look for one.
Okay. That's our sweet little love muffin.
This is her nap time.
Thank you for saying hello,
she's
Lucy.
a little sleepy.
She's a little ham, too, with a small space. But I did want to comment, Gino, on what you said before we started today, that animals create community.
Yes.
And I just couldn't agree more. And the reason that I did what I did with this little group is because I can't live without community. I need it. I need more than my family.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of family, but I need my peers.
Yes.
And I think a lot of us, if we're have some kind of illness or injury, we really want our peers. We don't want our kids to be exasperated with us, and we don't want them to be afraid for us. And
Right.
So we want our peers, and so that's what I love about community. And having Lucy is such an asset for me in my need for that, because you have an animal, you go out, you make friends. I mean,
You do.
Dogs, especially dogs.
Yes.
They just, and she's a super cute, so she's like, she's just like,
she is
we
a
make-
diva.
But we make friends every day.
Okay.
And we talk to people tourists and people who live here. And it's just, in these times, it's just priceless, isn't it? To have that kind of closeness. And
It truly is. Animals, all animals, but yes, definitely I have a real affection for dogs. I had one. Those of you that know me, if you knew me well, you knew Spike. He traveled with me for 15 years and had a huge personality, a little bit like his mama.
I was going to say. Yeah.
And meeting Lucy, when I met Lucy, she hasn't met someone she doesn't know. She never meets a stranger. She gives so much love, and it does allow you, especially when you are single or you live alone, it keeps you active.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to get unactive.
It's so easy. It's so easy. I call her my fitness coach. And really, I try to not have a dog. But
You said you tried not to.
I went 2 months without a dog, and I'm just a better person with a dog. You know? So that part of community was really fun in our little evacuation scenario.
Yes.
Because we had 2 dogs, Lucy and another dog, and the hotel was so happy to have them, and they helped us a lot. The dogs helped. They just helped us.
They calm everybody down. Yeah, they
Yeah.
calm you down.
Love is love is love.
Let's just be happy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We can learn so much from them.
Yeah,
So
they're healers.
I love the group. How long has the group been in?
A little over a year and a half, maybe about a year and a half.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. So it's really given all of you time to see the benefits from the group, which is really wonderful. And do you sometimes, like you say, every 2 or 3 months, you guys get together? Do you have like a dinner, or you go to lunch, or you just meet at someone's house? Or
We meet at my house,
Okay.
and which is one reason
she has an adorable house. It's fantastic.
a cute little cozy house, and that's why. And I built it to be a Ohana house. It's for family. It creates a good energy, and then everybody brings food, and we hang out afterwards and lunch and
Isn't
talk.
that nice?
And so it's inside. We're not battling with noise in a restaurant,
Right.
Or any of that
Right.
kind of stuff.
And
So
it keeps it personal.
It's personal.
Yeah.
It's personal. One of the things that might happen is that we perfect this prototype to be so we can have a really good blueprint of, if you want to start a group like this,
Yes.
this is what you do, this is what you don't do, this is how you get this done.
That's
Things
awesome.
like that. So
Will
stay
you have your
tuned.
email
Stay tuned.
address? Do you have an email address?
I do.
Okay, so we'll have her email contact below, where you can reach out to her if you have questions or you want to find out. I think it's really fabulous that someone that's walked the walk, you don't have to start from scratch. So it makes it so much easier.
So much easier, and like I said, many people are interested in it, but I didn't know how to start it either. But we had like a built-in. She hurt her arm, and I had my foot surgery. So
We need help. We got to do something.
Let's figure this out. And there are always people with different talents. Like one person knows how to do an Excel sheet, so we can get all the
Right.
information down, and somebody else knows all the information about something that we need to know about, or everybody has their piece.
Yeah, everybody contributes. So think about it. If it's something that's calling you, her email address will be below. Also, you can always contact me through passthemic493@gmail.com. This has been an awesome time. I want to thank you, Lucy, for letting us disrupt her nap time. She's knocked out. She didn't even care about the cooking. It's like, can you people leave me alone? Diane, I thank you so much for sharing your love, your journey and your beauty that you've created here in
It's
life.
my pleasure.
It's so awesome.
Thank you so much.
And so we're gonna sing out with a little help from my friend. She's like, "Oh no,
Out of key again.
that's what makes it perfect."
You lead.
What would you do if I sang you out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ear as I sing you a song. We will try not to sing out of key. Oh, try a little help for my friends. We all need it. Try a little help for my friends each and every day. Try a little help for my friends. Adorable.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me on Pass the Mic. I'll see you next week. And remember, we are one. We hold the vision. We are creating our here and now. Just you and me. Just you and me. Pass the mic.